Hey there guys, how's it going? Reaper here, back with another painting video. This time around we're doing the troll from the Reaper Bones Kickstarter set, and as you can see we primed it a little bit different. This was more of an experimental piece, just to see if I could do it, but the primer is your standard house paint. I had a small tester pot of blue emulsion and I thought, give it a go. It worked really well, but you do have to brush it on, and it does take a few layers to get it to a nice opacity, and it goes a bit weird with the wash. You'll see a bit later on, but be careful with washing these if you do use house paint as a primer. But tester pots are cheap and you get quite a bit in there, so it might be worth it if you want to do just a few minis of coloured primer just to save a little bit of money. But we've primed it in our light blue. I can't remember the exact color name because they're all kind of weird, but it's a blue, and then we're using Army Painter's deep blue for all of these scales over this mini. There we go, that was it for deep blue. Now we're moving on to charred brown, and this is for the teeth, fingernails and toenails, as I don't want to use my normal like bone color, as he's holding a giant jawbone and the nails would just blend in and it would look weird. So I'm going to have a more dirty look, but we will have bone white on the teeth anyway, but start off with a brown. And now that charred brown's all finished up, we move on to Jade Green, and this is just for the eyes, just because I want his eyes to sort of pop a little bit, and once the wash goes on it pops out a lot more. That was nice, quick and simple. And then we're on to bone white, and this is for the teeth and the random creature's jawbone that he is wielding. I do also put a line on the toenails and the fingernails, and it looks weird, so I do paint over that afterwards, but I thought I'd give it a go just to see how it looked. You can see it does take a while to get full opacity as well with this color. I'm not sure if that's the way I primed it, or whether it's just bone white is not the most opaque of colors because I haven't used it enough. But just be aware of that if you're using bone white or a light color over emulsion. It may not cover as well as it should. And that will be it for the white. And then we're moving on to the wash stage, which is soft tone for all of the, obviously the jawbone, the teeth and the nails. That'll be it for soft tone. Then we're moving on to blue tone for all of the skin. And I'm not sure if I just put this on really thick or whether it just doesn't take the way it normally would, but a lot of it just sort of stays and doesn't flow like I would expect it to. And that was it for the washes, and then we're moving on to the highlights to bring some stuff back up. We start off with Jade Green, and I'm not covering as much as I did before. I'm just putting more highlight on just the eyeball itself, just to make it pop a little bit. And then we're coming back with Bone White, and this is to bring up the teeth along with the teeth on the weapon jaw. I just wanted to make these sort of pop out a little bit more instead of just blending in, just to highlight that it is actually a jawbone. And then we're coming in with charred brown, and this is to go over the fingernails and toenails, just to hide that whole looking bone white that I put on there and give it a bit more of a tonal blend. That was it for the charred brown, and then we're on to matte black, and this is for 2 lines for the eyeballs and then the base. That's me trying to get focus to work as it should do. In the small screen I'm looking at, still doesn't look like I've done it, but in the photos at the end I know I've got a decent picture of how the eyes look. There we go, that is it for the mini. It's a nice, very much simple and quick mini, and a bit more of an experimental sort of thing. So let me know what you guys think, and if you guys use any other weird primers that aren't your general spray primer, let me know, so I'd happily try them. But like, subscribe if you enjoyed, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.